You're going to change your mind.
I'm going to tell you what it takes to be in a serious relationship with me. Good credit. Big old thing. Like, people don't know this about me, but I'm a real clown.
I 100% know that.
And after a couple cocktails, we might cross over from clown to
100% no. So, but it's just interesting because you say you've hidden yourself, but from what I've seen, you've lived out loud unapologetically. Why would you hide yourself? Well, why the need to hide yourself?
Well, it wasn't a need to hide myself. I have had so many opportunities to be in front of the camera, and I've chosen not to be in front of the camera. And it probably, dealt with a lot of my own issues or insecurities that I had. And that obviously one of the biggest ones has been my sexuality. And I think it's because people really don't understand what bisexual means. For a lot of people, especially in our community, bisexual means that you're hiding from something. Like, oh, you're really gay and you don't want people to know. That's a big thing as far as when I was coming through. Now, you got to remember, I'm older than Naja. I'm 50 plus, right? So when I was coming through in the 70s and the 80s, bisexuality meant gay. Fortunately now, through the liberation and how people are trying to understand the spectrum of sexuality, then we have an understanding. There are so many definitions within gay. There's bisexual, there's lesbian. But I will say this, of all the liberation, the one letter LGBTQ plus that
LGBTQIA
that doesn't get attention, or that we still have probably the most confusion around, is bisexual.
Oh, I thought you were going to say intersex, because they're a very underrepresented group, very misunderstood group.
I think the intersex is probably one of the best. Okay, no more wine for me.
So, no.
I told you.
He brought a whole bottle of wine over here.
And I drank it by myself.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I can't. So, bisexuality, how is it defined? Because you said there was a misunderstanding of the definition. But from my interpretation, that means I like both. You don't conform to one heteronormative.
Right, so.
Or homosexual. It's like, I'm both. I like.
Yeah, so within every letter is a spectrum. Okay, so let's go with lesbians. In the
Let's stick to bisexual. That's what we're talking about.
We can, but what I want to do is throw the parallels so that people understand. In the letter, right? In lesbian, you have lesbians that are lipstick lesbians. That's what we call them. We have those that are butch lesbians. There's a spectrum and everything in between. So with bisexual, there's a spectrum. Within gay, there's a spectrum. You have guys that want to dress like a woman, carry a pocketbook, wear makeup, do nails, do hair. And then you have other gays that are like, no, I don't need all that. I'm just a regular dude that like dudes. So I wanted to share that so that people can get an idea. So
they already knew that.
Well, I think when it comes to bisexuality.
But I don't think we consider the spectrum of gay and lesbian. It's like, if you're a lesbian, you're a woman that likes women.
No, when I say spectrum, I mean what it looks like. In that subset.
Okay.
So when it comes to the subset of a bisexual man, most people feel like if you're a bisexual man, you have to be this very masculine, male dominant energy, and that you basically, can mess with women and you can also mess with men.
You're like a shapeshifter. You can do both.
You can do both. Now, the concept is that I can do both. That's what I used to be married. Obviously, I had girlfriends before I was married. Obviously, I've slept with women since my divorce. However, I also like men. However, what I'm very clear about is if you interact with me, you would say that I'm probably more on the softer side of the bisexual spectrum. Meaning,
what does that mean?
Which means that outwardly presenting, you probably could pick up on some of my gay tendencies just as much as I pick up on my interest in women.
Is that you being self-aware, or have people told you this?
Oh, it's both. Because, even when I was married, even when I did date women, people would say, oh, I think he's gay.
They was on your ass.
Yeah, but you should be on my ass. I'm fine and I'm fucking both, so what you gonna do? Okay.
I did not mean it like that. I mean, it was like, okay.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, we put we put people in boxes for our own understanding. What this young generation has taught us is that you can't define me.
They are refusing.
They're refusing to be defined.
And I love it.
Yeah,
I love how the young people are like, they're not our
second
grandparents, bisexuals and straights and lesbians. They ain't
because the best
that.
thing, what they're saying is, look, that's how I feel right now. So I could want to be with a girl today, but in 2 years, I could want to be with a man for the rest of my life.
So then what type of security does that give a person that would want to be in a serious relationship with you now? Because it's like, that's always a fear. Are you going to change your mind?
I'm going to tell you what it takes to be in a serious relationship with me. Good credit, big old bank account.
I was like, this is... Okay, so...
We should probably stop right now.
You know what? I just wanted him to come on and get some entertainment advice. I didn't, we're going to stop.
You didn't sign up for all that?
Well, we did not sign up for all that, but I feel like we can keep going. We will be back. And perhaps I'll just follow Al around as he twists about the town tonight. I don't know. Where you about to go?
First of all, she got y'all fooled. First of all, I need to follow her around because she is the town, actually. I enjoy every second of you. Thank you so much for letting me.
His phone has not stopped ringing since he has been here.
Thank you.
He came to see and check on his friends. He's telling 5 more people, I'm coming by there.
Right,
he has a schedule.
Right, I'm on a media tour. Because I don't live here anymore. I don't live here anymore. But anyway, okay, but tell who was on the first stop of my media tour?
You went
besides TV.
You did. I was like, you did TV this morning.
Who was the first stop on the Friendship Media Tour? What a day! It started out as a drive-by. I was just coming to see a friend.
Right.
I said I intentionally came today to love on her, but then it turned into something else.
It turned into an impromptu coaching session.
Was that a coaching session, or was that a loving session?
Or berating?
Ooh.
He just gave me some real trill advice. Al, whenever I see Al and we hang out, he lights fires under my...
I think the learning lesson here that all of us can relate to, especially when you're in this space, you're in the entertainment space, you're in this content creation space, is if you are a perfectionist, you want everything to be right. You want your lighting to be right. You want your camera to be right. You want your mic to be right. You want your computer to be right. You want all the things that you feel it takes to make you perfect. All you need is who you are. But you have to promote that and you have to get that out without thinking that it has to be perfect. Now, I am only sharing this with her because I am a victim of my own advice. Like, one thing I'm the best at is giving advice, but don't look at my own collateral because it's not giving the advice that I give. So if you look at my situation, you're like, oh, you got all this great advice, but look where you are. You're no better than me, or you're not in no great space either, or a greater space than what the advice that you're giving. And I tell people all the time, do as I say, not as I do.
I think you've done a good job about as far as keeping your name relevant and staying working. Like,
well, you know, the one thing that I will say is that I'm the king of pivot. Okay. So I'm the king of pivoting. I'm also learning how to be the king of reinventing and rebranding. Mm-hmm. Now, for someone as good as yourself, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about advancing your brand and shifting. You're not doing a 360 pivot.
Yeah.
You know, now you may have in the past, you may feel like it's a 360 pivot, but your personality has been the same the whole time. Mm-hmm. That's how we got here, y'all. So I don't know if y'all are catching or feeling the comment. I'm saying to you as a friend that's watching you, there is no Naja Hall. There's not another Naja Hall. And I want you to stand in that greatness and understand the adjective that you develop for yourself are yours.
Should we ask them your adjectives, or they probably already know yours?
Probably not. If you watch the shows that I've been on, because I've hidden myself from the public and defining me for like over 2 decades. And now I'm finally coming out and allowing people to see and experience me. But if you watch my show on Fox Soul, you know that I'm a very facts-driven, I'm a very research-oriented person, and I can be a little bit shady. I
think that came with the territory, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It called for it. Yeah, but you're not always. Because this morning you did the news. And that wasn't, that was a different medium.
Yeah. So for me, what you can always expect when you see something come from Al Reynolds, you're going to know that it's probably going to be witty. You're going to know that it's probably going to be smart.
Intellectual, for sure.
It's going to be intellectual research, and it's going to be facts-based.
Hey, look, let's cut this off. Before you this back here.
I have very little patience for people who don't listen.
And look, okay.
Why is that left justified? Okay, I'll tell you where to go.
This way?
I'm going to tell you. Okay, now go back there and fix those pillows.
Oh.